Hi guys, in this training, we're going to be going over a key talking point for Etsy print on demand sellers. So if you're someone that's selling in Etsy print on demand, or if you sell low ticket items that have a slim profit margin or just a lot of margin to play, this is especially for you because we're going to be talking about a key attribute and something that you should be doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis in order for you to really grow and scale your business properly. So what you should be tracking on a daily, weekly, monthly, month over month basis is your profit margin. So Etsy does a really good job at making sure that you see all the vanity metrics, the feel good metrics about what's happening in your business. But for you, especially somebody in such a low profit margin space, right? POD being anywhere between 25 to 35% profit margin before marketing, right? There's not a lot of room for error there when it comes to running sales, doing pricing strategies, shipping, right? Marketing. We're going to be talking about marketing more in a second. So the overall point of this video is to put emphasis on building a business that is trackable. So again, in the print on demand space, the nature of this is that you're running a low margin business. And I put a lot of emphasis on marketing because marketing can make or break an Etsy shop, right? And when you're not tracking your profit, and then you compound that with wanting to invest in marketing, it makes it really hard and really uncomfortable to invest in your business because you don't know what's happening. So a lot of people just try to avoid it. Different people have different opinions on investing in ads for POD shops. Some people say it's wasting money. Some people say it's gambling. Some people say that, you should only turn on listings for seasonality or certain times of the day. And everyone has their own opinion and they're valid in their sense. I claim a lot of my success to ads and media buying. I also come from a media buying background. And so I understand the nature of what these platforms want. They not only want to make money off of you of every sale, they want to make sure you have the best listing with the best CTRs, click-through rates, with the best high average order values, right? But they also want to make money off of you when you put your hand up and say that I'm willing to invest in my listings. So I don't look at it as gambling. I don't look at it as wasting money. I look at it as investing in my business to collect data so I can make higher level decisions faster. And so again, the reason I put so much emphasis on marketing is because marketing should be one of the biggest business expenses in any business, right? And so it's not that you can't make money without ads on Etsy, especially in print on demand. And the nature of print on demand is that the majority of your listings aren't even going to have ads on. But with that being said, to build a moat and a layer of competitiveness around your shop, because ads don't just boost your shop in paid, but it boosts your shop organically, right? When you're getting reviews faster than your competition, when you're getting more clicks and more sales, and you're showing Etsy that you're doing that faster than other people, right? The algorithm is going to reward you for that faster, right? And just because your expenses are increasing, your profit should increase if you're doing this correctly. So yeah. Anyway, the point is that it's already uncomfortable to spend more money and invest in marketing and print on demand or low margin spaces because you don't know on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, what your profit is. It's important for you in these low margin spaces to keep that ad cost percentage less than, say, 15 to 10%. It's really up to you. And that brings me to the next point of basically who should invest in Etsy ads. And we kind of already touched on it, but in my opinion, I would say that everyone should learn how to not just invest in Etsy ads, but run them profitably, because it's not just about turning on ads and then wasting a bunch of money. That's not what I'm teaching. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is we want to get to our max budget allowance, whatever that is for you in your account. Normally it's $1,000 a day, right? And I want to get to that budget allowance so my business is scaled out and every dollar spent is giving me the biggest outcome, the biggest return on every dollar spent, right? So we want to optimize our ads to profitability. We're not just running them just for the sake of the algorithm, because that's not going to do anything for you, right? So it's learning how to play the game of Etsy and what does Etsy want, and then also reaping the max benefit of that game, right? And so the idea that you could be in this game for the next 5 years without investing in marketing for your business, could it be possible? Maybe, but in my experience, once things get very competitive, there's only so many factors that Etsy can judge you on. And one of those factors is gonna be who's spending the most on ads, who's saying that they're willing to invest in their business when other people aren't. So that's just my opinion. Again, other people have different opinions. But yeah, with that being said, here's some other key points for us to understand. When it comes to your business strategy, Etsy ad strategy, it's not one size fits all, right? Even in print on demand, right? Your ad strategy versus somebody else's ad strategy could be completely different. So I think a lot of times when we're starting out, we're looking for a blueprint of Etsy ads, like step 1, step 2, step 3. But the reality is it's about collecting the information on how to run Etsy ads and then doing what's best for your specific needs, wants, fears, and goals. So I think a lot of people mix this up. Like, when should I turn my ads off? Or how much money should I invest? Or how much clicks do I need, right? It's up to you, but it's learning the pulse of your business and understanding your thresholds and what you want to invest. And also what works best for your own niche. And also it's up to how aggressive or how conservative you want to be with Etsy ads. So yeah, it's not do exactly what Hannah says. It's what are you willing to invest? Right? What are you comfortable with, right? At what speed do you want to collect data, right? I can't tell you that. You know that answer to your own business. And so to say all this and to put all this emphasis on Etsy ads, I think, again, one of the biggest pain points with people wanting to scale their print on demand businesses is because they don't understand the actual profit they're making. So again, the idea that they're going to go spend more money is super scary to them because they don't even have a visual of what's currently happening. And we actually built a tool that is a solution to this that you can confidently invest in your business and scale your business to profitability with ads on. Now, big variable expense that we said before that you need to know is that marketing cost percentage month over month. So we're going to hop into my other screen here and I'm going to show you a tool that we built that's going to give you a visual of this. It's not just for ads, right? It gives you a lot of really cool insights about your listings, about what's selling the best, what's making you the most profitable, right? There's a lot of value outside of just ads. I'm just putting a lot of emphasis on ads in this video because I think ads are one of the biggest things that print on demand people struggle with. But now let's hop into my other screen here and we will show you what this is all about. So this is the inside of a ProfitTree dashboard, and this is the first ever real-time profit tracking solution for Etsy merchants. So in this test account here, you can see that once it's synced with your Etsy shop and also synced with your either Printify or Printful account, your dashboard will automatically be giving you key metrics, of course, operating profit, but a lot of other good metrics here as well. So we're calculating things like your ad spend on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, also your ROAS. So historically, your ROAS is your return on ad spend. So it's how much money are you giving Etsy and how much they're giving you back on top line sales for every dollar spent. We also calculate your break-even ROAS, which is indicating on the ad level whether or not you're breaking even, making money, or losing money, right? So you would never want your break-even ROAS and your ROAS to be the same because the break-even ROAS is saying based off your costs and your sale prices, right? This is what you need to hit in order to break even, right? And it's a key point that will help you make decisions when you decide what listings you want to turn on or off. Sometimes when you're running Etsy ads, some listings are just not profitable with ads on. And so you want to turn them off compared to top line sales. But sometimes breaking even is good enough because you're a new shop and you just want to gain momentum. And if it's hitting 1.86 and it's not costing you money, right? But you're getting more sales, you're getting reviews faster, you're helping your shop as a whole grow, then that's okay. And if you're in print on demand where you don't have to touch the product and you're first starting out, I was going into the space today, I would break even probably longer than most just so I can get reviews faster than other people. But with that being said, what's really cool about this is that you can click on this chart here and it will show you what's happening over time. So if I adjust the calendar to, let's say, last year, you can see that the ROAS for this shop is up 33%, right? So a healthy account would historically see ROAS increasing over large periods of times, and break-even ROAS would ideally be staying the same or actually decreasing, right? Because if your break-even ROAS increases, that would indicate that it's becoming more expensive for you to break even because your costs are going up or your shipping costs are going up. Another really interesting right here is your shipping. So in print on demand, we know that it's sometimes better not to offer free shipping so you can show a cheaper price on the front end, but some people actually make money on shipping. So we can calculate that here for you as well. We also show things like your average order value, right? And how that changes over time. So in a healthy shop, you would want to be seeing your average order value increase over time, meaning that you're getting your customers to spend more money with you as you get more orders by in POD incentivizing group sales or making listings that, like I said, incentivize them to buy more than one item. Same thing, profit, you would want to see your profit percentage going up, meaning that if you came in, with lower price points just to gain momentum and then you slowly hedged up your prices lose over time, right? You ideally would be increasing profit, right? So these are the things that we want to analyze over time. Now, just a note with your ads here, when you first launch your listings with ads on, it's normal to see your ROAS go down or, your marketing cost percentage increase compared to top line because you have to invest in those listings. So now to the threshold of what you're willing to invest and how much you're willing to invest is up to you, right? It depends on what's uncomfortable for you, right? In this shop, we have a 15% ad cost percentage, right? But maybe you want to keep your ad cost percentage under 10%, right? So that's going to dictate how strict you are when you're turning things on or off with your ads, right? Maybe you only want your ad cost percentage to always be under 10% compared to top line sales for all of the listings that you have turned on. And we can easily see that in your listing reports here, right? We can side scroll here. We can see the break-even ROAS was 2%, right? And the profit margin here before ads was 50%, right? So that means if you give 10% of this to, this listing for Etsy ads, right, you're still clearing a 40% marketing cost percentage. And we can clearly see that. Now, what's really sad about Etsy is they're super cryptic in their Etsy ads reporting. So they're not going to tell you, if we go into an Etsy ads account here, right, they're not going to tell you, one, it's not including revenue from offsite ads. This spend is also not including what you spent on offsite ads. And this revenue is including sales that you made from this listing, but on other listings. So it's super cryptic on revenue. So I honestly wouldn't even look at this revenue, but I would compare spend to actual profit on the listing or the actual net sales on that listing alone. And so I would probably move away from looking at this and I would compare again spend, even though the spend is not including offsite ads, which they don't give you that data like anywhere, or at least not consolidated data. But at the very least, you could check spend compared to actual profit on the listing and then let that determine, is this good enough to keep running, right? Is it actually turning me a profit? Or same thing, with net sales, if you wanted to pull out that marketing cost percentage, right? So we could take the $351 if this was set up for the same time period versus the same time period here, and then do 350 divided by 1350, right? And what percentage is that, and deduct that from that profit percentage here, right? So this dashboard is definitely very much just a minimal viable product. This tool is very much in its infancy, so we're gonna have a lot more features to make this even easier for you. But another cool thing here is that break even. So per listing on the dashboard, we're showing you the break even ROAS historically of the whole shop. But on the listing reports, we're calculating your break even ROAS for you on your listing level. So you don't even need to know how to calculate it because we're calculating it for you. So at 2x 2.01 break even, by coming to Etsy ads, anything under 2.01 means that I'm not breaking even on the ad level, even though this revenue bucket it's kind of not telling you anything about the listing anyway. But if it's over 2, then that means that it should be doing pretty good, or you can just disregard that altogether and just look at spend versus net sales or compare it to operating profit and see what's left over there. Overall, guys, what we're looking for in our ads is to get this down from, if it's 14% this year, maybe next year we can get it down to 12% and then 10%. And I have a lot of free Etsy ads trainings in my Ecom Hannah YouTube channel. So if you didn't get all the information here, because this is really just showing you why you should track it. But if you need more in-depth training, I have thousands of hours of free information on my e-commerce Hannah YouTube channel, so you can watch those trainings there as well. But this should clean up and give you more confidence as you're spending money because you can actually see your profit, and then also start trailing, your ROAS, your break-even ROAS, and see that, when you take actions in your Etsy ads, you turn things off or you turn things on, right? You can actually see the result of it happening in real time. Overall, guys, thank you so much for staying till the end of the video. And again, go check out my Ecom Hannah YouTube channel for my full Etsy ads playlist.